Audio check, audio check. All right, good Saturday evening, and Yabba Dabba Doo sports fans, live from, you see that logo, you know where we are, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're here tonight for the first of three here in the city of quote-unquote brotherly love with your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects 14U girls. And for one out of the three this weekend, these Philly Little Flyers in their home whites with the black and orange traditional Philly trim. Your selects are going to be in their traveling blacks with the gold trim. They have not yet decided what the warm-up period is going to look like, so as usual, I will mute it out and come back when they get started. Just a note, we are on a platform, we're on a raised set of bleachers above the arena. So the bleachers are probably already 15 feet, 18 feet above the ice. And then there's a plywood box that through the miracle of engineering and lumber is somehow holding me up. And I'm standing on that in between a couple of bleachers. So I'm probably 20 to 25 feet above the ice surface. The good news is you get a nice wide view of the rink. The bad news is it's going to fade out miserably below me, as you can see. And there's a bunch of Philly fans along the rink wall up there, so they'll cut out the view. But as always, we will do the best we can to give you whatever we can. We'll call what we see. They've decided on 3-minute warm-up, so we've got 2:23 to go on that, and then I will be back for puck drop. All right, they're picking them up, putting them away. We will get this game underway. Looks like they're going to start with Stevens, Shannon, and Wu up front. Kiesel and looks to be Schilling out back. We'll see who gets the pipes here in a second. Looks like it's going to be Coulter. Coulter's going to get the pipes to my left. We've got a number of fans standing along this upper railing, so we'll battle that tonight. I'll give you what I can. They're from Philly. I can't ask them to move. I like the tires on my car too much. And yes, I just got in trouble with Michelle. So Wu's going to take this draw. Shannon to her left, Stevens to her right. Kiesel and Schilling out back. Coulter in the pipes. I'll get it right. We're still early. Lots of flyers on the ice still. Eventually figure out it needs to be 5, and we'll get going here. As Stripes checks with the tendies. Lots of stick banging. Stripes directing traffic on the far side, and there we go. They drop it back to Schilling. Schilling over to Kiesel. It's going to be tough to see there. Ahead for Stevens, too far. It's in that corner. You're also not going to be able to see. Around the back. And Kiesel throws it. Shannon throws it in behind the net, where it's going to come up to the near point. And they're going to little flyers are going to bring it up. It's going to get past Kiesel, come down the near wall. And they're going to get a shot off their high to the far corner, where a player for the Little Flyers steps in front of Shannon. Wu puts it to the wall. Schilling drops it below the net. She gets knocked down. And Wu has it behind the net. She's looking up ahead for Stevens, throws it behind her, and it can't get out, and Stevens does chip it out. They chip it in, and Wu's going to cut that off, battle along the wall. Now here comes Stevens. You can't see it, but it's below me. She sends it deep from just inside the red line and goes for a change, and we'll get a wholesale change. I see Clawhardy, I see McVeigh, and can't quite see who else is out there with them. We got Zivkovic and Dahl on the back end. That's Diamond out there with them. She finally turned around and I could see her name. And we got a shot from in between the circles there that went high over the net. Now they clear it back. Here comes Diamond up the near wall. Diamond in, gets a shot off. Goaltender gloves that. And we're going to get a stoppage with 14:35 in this first period. We'll come here into this near circle where you're not going to see much, but I'll call what I can. We've got Saltrick out there with Mrazek and Makasenka. Mrazek comes out of there with it, takes it to the net. They get another shot on net and another stoppage with 14:30 to go. We're going to go to that circle again. Saltrick leaves it. Mrazek throws it on net again. Goaltender struggles with it. Gets a cover on it that time, and with 14:26, we're going to go back again. Same circle. Same play. Oh, no, we're going to switch the back end now. So we'll get Vitodian and Blinka on the back end now. And they're going to take it again. Saltrick leaves it on the dot again. They skate in for it. Mrazek poking at it. It's still there, and here come the Little Flyers. Little Flyers up the near wall. Below me, a little bit blind, and now they're back in view. Then they center, cut off by Blinka. Blinka pushes it, can't get it out the point. They center it again. Vitodian gets a stick on it. Makasenka overskated. Vitodian gets a stick on it again. This time she's going to get it out. She's got Mrazek ahead of her. Mrazek needs to wait at the line. She does. Vitodian backhands it deep behind the net. And Saltrick's going to go battle, and we'll have to wait for the result because none of us can see anything. It trickles in towards the net. Little Flyers are going to clear it there back into the blind corner. Comes out towards the point. Saltrick can't get a stick on it. This time she does. She throws it on net, saved by the goalie, as Mrazek at least is going to get a change here as the Little Flyers come up with it. Saltrick comes back the other way, and she dumps it, and she's going to go for a change to get the rest of that line off. So Scarlatelli's now out here with Stevens and Shannon. See Kiesel and Blinka out in back. Blinka still needs to change. Kiesel came out fresh. Blinka chips it in towards the net, hits a Flyer in the leg. Kiesel's going to have to retreat. Here they come up the near wall. Kiesel pushing that player to the corner. She gets into the line and dumps. They need a change too. Around back for Blinka. Blinka reverses and loses it back there. Goes into the corner where Scarlatelli's going to pick it up. Scarlatelli centered too far for Shannon, and it's going to go all the way down. And they wave off the icing because they say the Little Flyer could have gotten there. She has it in the far corner. Cut off and stopped. Stevens skating across the top. Stevens still skating. Stevens shot blocked by a Flyer into the corner. It's a little blind down there, and here come the Flyers back the other way. Scarlatelli cut it off momentarily. Back to Kiesel. Kiesel sends it across to Shannon. Shannon on the far point. Stevens goes for a change as Shannon throws it in, and they're going to cover it up with 12:31 to go, first period. We'll get a change. We got Kiesel and Schilling out back, and I see Diamond, Claherty, and McVeigh coming. Face off far circle. McVeigh's going to take this one. Flyers push it over towards the wall. Claherty can't handle it. It comes to the point. They chip it right by Schilling, and here they come with a burst of speed up the far wall. Kiesel gets over there, provides some interference. In behind the net, Claherty. Claherty chips it around to the near wall, up the wall. She can't follow it, and the Flyers hold it low. Flyers, center, knocked down by Kiesel. Kiesel, right to a Flyer. Tried to get it to the wall, didn't get all the way through. Diamond picks it up, can't clear the point. Flyers point player holds it. They send it in deeper behind the net, where Schilling picks it up. Schilling stops, turns, reverses to Kiesel. Kiesel bounces it through center to Diamond. Here comes Diamond. She gets around one Flyer, she chips it. It's a foot race. The Flyer's going to push her into the corner and take the puck. That one comes back through center, got around Dahl. She was turned the wrong way. Nice recovery by Dahl, though, as she chips that to the wall, as the Flyers are going to go for a change. Zivkovic in behind our own net. Zivkovic with an up. Goes all the way through everyone, and that will be. No, they called it a tip. Looked like icing to me. Flyers are going to pick it up behind their net. And they're going to send it all the way up. Past Makasenka. Zivkovic's going to pick it up. Zivkovic can't clear the zone as Flyers come down with it in front. Dahl got there and got a stick on it. Coulter still had to make a save. Far circle, Coulter with a big save. Covers the rebound with 11:12 to go. Shots at this point in the game are 4-2 selects. We're going to go to that far circle. I see Vitodian and Blinka coming out with Saltrick, Makasenka, and Mrazek up front. Saltrick takes this draw. They push it out. Flyers hold. They shoot from there, knocked down by Vitodian. Vitodian picks it up, chips it up the wall and out. Mrazek's going to chase it, but the Flyers are going to get there first. Take it over to the far wall. Send it ahead. Saltrick gets a stick on it, stops, turns, throws it back the other way. They wave off the icing. Stripes wasn't sure where she threw it from. And Makasenka gets back there. Now here come the little Flyers. They send it ahead. Vitodian can't hold. She turns it over and neutral ice, and here come the Flyers 3-on-3. Saltrick gets a stick in there, separates that player from the puck. Player goes down into the far corner. Blinka pressure behind. Rides that player along the wall, and another Flyer comes in, picks it up. Saltrick steps into them. Now here comes Blinka. Blinka ahead to Mrazek. Can't poke it out, Blinka. I'm still a little under the weather. Sorry for the cough. That looked out to me, but now it will come out as Saltrick's fighting for it. She can't quite get it. They send it back into the top of the defensive zone. This one comes all the way through. Stevens can't get a stick on it. And here come the little Flyers. Vitodian blocks that. Coulter can't get any equipment on that, but it goes to the end line. Now it goes up and around to the far wall where Kiesel pushes it ahead to Saltrick. Saltrick can't get it out. In behind the net. And now we've got Scarlatelli out here with Stevens. Saltrick's finally going to make her way to the bench and let Wu jump on. And Vitodian sends it ahead to Stevens. Stevens has a little bit of room, but there's 4 Flyers there. She tried to put it across. There was nobody there. And it comes back up to the top of the zone where Wu picks it up, has to wait. They clear. Wu throws it in behind the net, and they've got to go chase it. Little Flyers get there first. They send it up the wall. Odd bounce off that wall. They try to center, Scarlatelli did, and it's going to come all the way back. Kiesel tried to hold, couldn't, and it's a foot race, and this girl got ahead of Grace. Grace is in behind her. They continue to battle into the corner. That little Flyer still has it. And now they're going to come all the way out to the point. They take it in behind the net now. Kiesel picks it up there. She gets it across to Schilling. And now it comes up the wall past Stevens. And we got a gaggle of people in front of us, and now they're going to go down into the corner. I might try to raise the tripod at the next break and see if I can get you a little better view. Stevens, top of the circles. Stevens shoots, hits the post on the near side. She had the angle there and just hit the post. And they're battling for it here along the near boards. Comes in between the circles where the Flyers are going to pick it up. Send it. Stevens cuts it off there. Stevens whacks it over to Claherty. Claherty with some space. Claherty shoots. Goaltender saves, pushes it to the far side. Stevens goes for a change after a long shift. It's loose in front. Little Flyers have it on the near wall. They send it back ahead, and Zivkovic's going to go pick it up there. Next break, I'll try to raise the tripod and mess with the angle a little bit, see if I can get you a better view over some of these people. But, Diamond cut it off, knocks it below the goal line. where it's going to go over to the far wall. Clardy cheats in. Stops it with her skates, but that time they can't stop it. It comes out. Zivkovic throws it off stripes. And McVeigh's going to pick it up there, turn it back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic turns, throws it. Little Flyers have it top of their defensive zone. McVeigh poke, couldn't do anything with it. It comes all the way back off Dahl's skates. Dahl stops, turns, throws it ahead. Too far for Diamond. Clardy picks it up. Clardy gains his own. Clardy with a slap shot, miss near side. She got a lot on that one, just didn't have the aim. Zivkovic throws it down low, too far for McVeigh. In around the back, and nobody's going to be there. As Clardy went to the bench, Mrazek jumps on. They send it over to the near wall where Diamond tried to cut it off, can't. Flyers are going to clear it, and McVeigh's going to pick it up there. McVeigh tried to put it across from Mrazek, couldn't. Mrazek skates ahead. Flyers pick that up at neutral. And they dump it. They wave off the icing, not sure why, because that should have been an icing. And here comes Zivkovic. Zivkovic throws it ahead. Too far as they battle there. Mrazek went into the wall hard, and we're going to get a penalty here. We're going to get a penalty, and I'm going to take this opportunity to try to get up a little higher. I don't have a lot of room to go higher, but I'm going to try. We'll see what this gets us. I'm going to have to tip her down a little more. I don't know if that's better or worse, but that's what I got for you. Joey, if you're in the chat, let me know if that's any better. That's what I can give you. That's all I can give you. I can't go any higher. And with 7:03 to go in this period, we're going to go on the power play. We've got Solitrik, Mrazek, Blinka is who I can see. We got Vitodian in this corner. I'm assuming Makasenka's on that near wing. I can't see her, though. And that's what we got. Shot through the mouth of the goal there, and it comes across to the far side where they pick in there. Blinka turns, sends it ahead, too far for Makasenka. They send it back the other way. Blinka has it again. Blinka stops, turns, chops at it. It's loose on the blue line. Now Solitrik tries to pick it up, can't. They're going to battle into the corner there. I can't see any of it. Maybe you could see it better than I can as Mrazek comes around, shoots it off the side of the net. Makasenka backhands in front. Solitrik was there, 2 shots. Goaltender with a big save on 2 shots from Solitrik at point-blank range. And we're going to get a change here. I see Shannon, Scarlatelli, and Wu coming out here now with Schilling and Kiesel for the next 51 seconds of this power play. Joey must not be out there because I don't see him in the comments. And there's that draw. Out to the point to Kiesel. Kiesel across to Schilling. Schilling back to Kiesel. Kiesel fumbles down lower to Shannon. Shannon tried to center, can't get it through to Scarlatelli. Back to Kiesel. Kiesel sends it. There's lots of traffic in front of the net, never got through. And here come the little Flyers as Scarlatelli steps in. Scarlatelli made some space, drops it, needs to get out of the zone. Wu, she did get out. Wu sends it across. Shannon was playing center and was not on the right wing there. Now it goes in behind the net. And puck comes up the wall where Schilling's going to get a crack at it. Send it in deeper. Wu's going to have to go to work back there. Here they go. We'll see who comes out of there with it. Wu does. Wu throws it in front. Kiesel comes over from the near point. Kiesel sends it. Goaltender fumbles. And we're going to get a save right there by the Little Flyers goalie as I think it was Scarlatelli that was there poking at it. So we got 5:35 to go, first period. I see Diamond, McVeigh, Clardy, Dahl, and Zivkovic out back as we're going to get another draw here. There it is, and they take it in behind the net, the Little Flyers do. Diamond applies some pressure. She picks it up there. She's looking for Clardy out front, can't get it through. Little Flyers pick it up on the near wall. They can't clear it. They're battling below me. There's no chance any of us can see that. Diamond sends it back into the zone. And here it comes across. They get around Zivkovic. Up the far wall. Dahl's back by herself. Let the goalie play goalie. Zivkovic cuts off that centering pass, but can't poke it out. Into the far corner. Dahl picks it up there. She's battling. Puts a shoulder into that player. McVeigh comes in to help. Now Little Flyer joins that battle. There's 4 of them in the corner. Little Flyers come out of there with it. McVeigh whacking. Centering pass goes all the way to the near wall. In behind the net now. Coulter tried to poke at it, didn't get anything on it. Dahl up the wall, tried to feed Clardy. It goes too far, and that will be an icing. So with 4:39, we're going to come back down here. If anybody's logged into YouTube, you can comment on the video live. I can see those comments. You have to be logged in to do it, though, and let me know if it's better up high or down low. It's high enough now that I can't really see it. I'm just running it up high to try to give you a better view. So we're going to get this face-off over there. Solitrick takes it. Dumps it ahead to Mrazek. Mrazek chips it. It's a foot race. Makasenka and Mrazek. Mrazek got there, couldn't get it across to Makasenka. Tried again, couldn't get it through. Solitrick had fallen down behind the play. She cheated ahead, tried to cut it off, couldn't, and here come the Flyers with numbers. Blinka pushing to the wall. They get around Blinka. Blinka got the stick back in there. And there is Solitrick pushing it up to Mrazek. Mrazek gets it out, but the little Flyers are going to push it out to the neutral, and then now they're going to send it back in behind. Goaltender Coulter, where Vitodian picks it up, bounces it off the wall for Makasenka. Mrazek got her stick on it, didn't realize Makasenka was there, and got that one a little messed up. Now we got Solitrick coming up the far wall. She loses it there. And Makasenka gets a stick in there, throws it deeper, but the little Flyers recover and send it out. They send it back to neutral, where it bounces, and the little Flyers send it in. Coulter is going to wisely cover that one up and hold it for a draw with 3:36 to go, first period. There's 28 of you out there on a Saturday night. I'm grateful. So we're going to go to the far circle. We got Wu out there with Stevens and Shannon. Little Flyers have it there. They send it over to the circle. Shot. Hit the side of the net to Coulter's far side. In center, Stevens clears that to the corner with authority. Now they battle there. Stevens picks it up, tries to send it up the wall, blocked by a Flyer. They continue to battle there, Stevens and a Flyer. They're battling hard on that wall. Got an elbow. They still battle. And this time it comes out back to neutral. And it goes all the way down in behind the net where Kiesel's going to go chase it out. Stevens is going to go on a Flyer, but they can't recover it. Schilling. Schilling ahead to Shannon. Shannon tips it out. And now Shannon's going to have to go chase it. She can't. Little Flyers send it back. And they're battling below me. Now it's back to the blue line, Kiesel. Kiesel loses it. Here come the little Flyers. Kiesel catches back up, pushes the player into the corner, prevents the shot. This time she gets in there and battles the puck away. Wu's there. Kiesel up the wall. There's nobody there but a Flyer. This time it comes out, and here comes Wu. Wu skating. End of the shift. We'll see what she has left. Wu looking for a drop. Wu looking for a pass. She decides to shoot. It's loose in the corner. Shannon. There's nobody in the center as it comes off. This time it comes through center as the little Flyers come back this way with 2:18 to go in the first. They drop it off. It comes outside the zone. They have to wait for that zone to clear, which it does. That Flyers player fell over, and our girls were going for a change. They couldn't take advantage. Stevens gets a stick in there. They get around her. Stevens picks it up, clears it, and that goes right to Clawherty. Clawherty coming across with room. McVeigh trailing. Clawherty, backhand, didn't get much on it. In behind the net, Clawherty tried to send it around, couldn't, puts it into the near corner where it's going to stop on the point. Dull's going to throw it in deeper. McVeigh throws it on net. Diamond picks up the rebound. Goaltender gets a save. Didn't even realize she saved that one. It was under her goalie goaltending equipment. And with that, we're going to get a stoppage with 1:39 to go, first period. So we're going to come to this near circle. McVeigh, Clawherty, Diamond, and Zivkovic and Dull out back. Last year it was Kiesel and Dull. They've got me confused. It doesn't take much. McVeigh throws it over to the side. That was Diamond throws it on net. Diamond throws it. Comes all the way out the far side where the little Flyers are going to come up the far wall. Zivkovic chops that player into the corner. Oh, centering pass. She's wide open. Doesn't get anything on it. Coulter gets a piece of equipment down and covers it up with her paw. And that will prevent a dangerous situation from turning into a catastrophe. Vitodian and Blinka. Solitrick, Mrazek, and Makasenka, far circle. Minute 21. Back to the far point. We're going to get a shot from there. Knocked down by a Flyer. Oh, Coulter was out of position, and thankfully they were able to get it out of there. They didn't get it out, but they got it far enough that she got back into position. There were bodies flying at her, and she slid out of the net. Now Solitrick and Makasenka and a couple of little Flyers are battling. Vitodian comes out of there with it. Sends it through the center to Mrazek. Mrazek up the far side. She's going to be content to backhand it and then hit that girl in the back. Mrazek still battling. Steps into that girl. They still battle. Send it up the wall with 46 to go. Oh, they got it around Blinka. Oh, Blinka recovered and held it in. Makasenka in the corner. Makasenka tried to center. Found Mrazek. Mrazek tried to put it over to Solitrik. Solitrik got tackled in the zone. Vitodian tried to come around. Couldn't. Blinka holds. No, she turned that one over, and here they come with numbers. 3-on-2. Blinka struggling to get... Oh, that girl right in front of Blinka. That's definitely interference. Didn't call it. Never got the shot off those. Makasenka got back and helped Blinka and Vitodian. That girl fell right in front of Blinka, which is definitely interference. Stripes is in the way now. Little Flyers in the far circle with 14 to go. They come into the top of the circles. Coulter covers that one up. Rebound goes to the far corner where Blinka puts it behind the net with 8 to go. Blinka skates it up. Gets it ahead to Solitrik. Solitrik. And that's going to do it for one. We played one. We've accomplished nothing, and I'll be back for two. All right, they come out for two. Shannon, Scarlatelli, and Stevens. Kiesel and Schilling out back. Still Coulter, this time to my right. Between the pipes. And we'll get period number 2 underway here. The Little Flyers are a little late coming out from their bench. So we will regroup this thing. Shots are 12-7, selects after 1. Shannon's going to step in and take this draw. Stripes checks with the tenders. They've directed Scarlatelli and her opponent back, and Little Flyers pick that one up and come up the near wall. Scarlatelli put a stick down, couldn't stop it. This time it goes across where Kiesel is going to pick it up. Kiesel up the wall for Stevens. Stevens chips it and chases it. They step in front of her. She pushes that player out of the way. It's in behind the net now. Stevens comes in, steps in front of that player. Puck in behind the net now. Shannon. She's not going to get there as the Little Flyers pick it up. Now Stevens will. Stevens behind the net. Stevens tried the old wraparound and just didn't have the angle with 15:30 to go. Second period. Claherty, McVeigh, and Diamond come out. We'll keep the back end the same. And we'll get a face-off in the far circle. So this time it'll be McVeigh taking this face-off. She does, over to Diamond. Diamond back to Kiesel. Kiesel across to Schilling. Schilling dumps it low where Claherty's going to pick it up. Oh, Claherty loses it in the corner there. Now she regains, comes across the top. Can't get a shot off, blocked by the Flyers. Over to the far corner where the Flyers pick it up past McVeigh. Claherty gets a stick in there. They come by her. Kiesel whacking. They come by her. They go around to the far corner. Kiesel steers that player to the corner. Backhands the puck around to the near corner where none of us, including me, can see it. This time it comes into the center of the zone where McVeigh puts it ahead for Claherty. Too far. Malia does get there, though. She's going to get a shot off. It's a bad angle. Hits the side of the net. And that's loose in behind. Diamond picks it up. Diamond whacks it at the net. It doesn't go in. They send it over to the corner where McVeigh's battling. And the Flyers take it off of her and come in behind their own goaltender over to the near wall where Claherty puts a stick in there. Diamond takes it away. Diamond skates it lower. Drops it for Claherty. Claherty loses it back to Zivkovic. Claherty regains. Claherty across to Dahl. Dahl shoots. Goaltender with a glove on that one. With 14:22 to go. Second period. Dahl with a shot from the far point. Gloved by the Little Flyers goaltender. And we've got Solotrik, Mrazek, and Makasenka out here now with Dahl and Zivkovic. So we will see what these three can do. Solotrik or Mrazek poke, and that was definitely out, and that will be an offsides. So we're going to go, I guess he's coming to the near dot. I would have thought he would have went to the far dot, but no. He's going to the near dot, so Solotrik will take this draw. Dies on the dot again. Lots of her face-offs seem to do that. And now the Little Flyers have it on the far wall. They send it into stripes. Makasenka sends it into stripes, and now the Little Flyers pick it up, take it behind their net. Mrazek chasing. Solotrik comes over, steps in front of a player, knocks that puck down. Mrazek tries to send it in deeper. They skate by Zivkovic, and here they come up the wall with numbers. She's coming up all by herself. Dahl skates over. Coulter with a big save over into the far corner. And Dahl came over at the last minute to provide some defensive support and let Coulter play goalie, and she came up with a big save in the far corner. Now they can't get it through. Makasenka knocked that down. Zivkovic lays it up the far wall there, but does not get it out. As Solotrik gets a stick in there, they shoot. Miss far side, puck into the near corner. We'll wait and see what comes out. In on Coulter. She's going to cover that one up from the near point. And with 13:20 to go, we're going to get Stevens, Wu, and Scarlatelli coming out here for this draw with Vitodi and Blanca out back. Wu sends it to a Flyer. Flyers far point. They get a shot. Wu knocks that down. It's in their feet. Stevens gets a stick on it. Now here comes Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli, lots of stick handling up the near wall. Now Wu. Wu puts it through the legs of a Flyers player. They need to chase that below the end line. They don't get there, and it comes out to Blanca. Blanca puts it down low, bouncing puck over Scarlatelli's stick into the far corner. Wu gets over there. Vitodian can't hold the point. They send it back the other way, and here come the Flyers. Flyers send it deep into the corner. Vitodian pushes her there. Blanca gets a stick in. It's loose in the corner now. Out to the top of the zone. They send it down low. Stevens knocks that down with her hand. Here she comes. Pushes it ahead. Wu's not going to be able to get there. Flyers get... Oh, no, Wu will get there. Oh, she overskated it. And back out. Vitodian can't handle it. It's going to linger back into the zone where Blanca's going to turn and pick it up. Blanca ahead. Couldn't get it to Scarlatelli as Scarlatelli collided with a Flyer. And here comes Wu with Stevens dropping. Scarlatelli can't handle it. Stevens can't get a stick on it. Blanca can't get a stick on it. Now she does. Sends it in deeper. Comes past Stevens out on the near point. Blanca's in deep. Vitodian's the only one back. Blanca hurried back and made a nice play. Stevens gets a stick on it. Sends it the other way. Goes all the way in behind. And we have to wait. Here it comes out now where Vitodian picks it up. Vitodian turns. Comes up the near wall. Up the near wall. We're going to go for a change. And Vitodian has it in deep. Tried to center it for Clardy. They got right around her, and here they come the other way. Diamond knocks that down. Diamond stops, turns. Tried to get it to Clardy, couldn't. Schilling's going to pick it up. Schilling stops, turns, tries to send it to Clardy, does. Clardy, around one. Clardy gets a shot off goaltender with a quick glove. This goalie has a very quick glove, and she gloves that one. And it is 11:24 to go second period. Still 0-0. Shots are 15-9 in favor of the Selects. As McVeigh's going to step in, take this draw with Clardy and Diamond. Schilling and Kiesel on the backside. And Stripes drops it. McVeigh loses that draw to a Flyer. Comes bouncing through the zone, and here they come back the other way. Schilling with it this time. Oh, she turned it over to a Flyer. Center of the zone, shot. Thankfully, Coulter made a big save there. Had a bad turnover there as Diamond tries to push it ahead. And McVeigh gets in there. McVeigh was in the zone, and Clardy knocked it in, and that's going to be an offsides with 11 minutes to go. So we'll get Solotrik, Mrazek, and Makasenka out here now with Zivkovic and Dahl on the backside. Solotrik pushes it, and a little Flyer comes out of there with it. Zivkovic chops at it. Goes past Mrazek, past Makasenka. They battle along the wall. Little Flyers pick it up there. Mrazek steps in. They hold it. Makasenka feeds across for Schilling. For Solotrik. She couldn't do anything with it as Dahl holds it. And now it comes back to center where Zivkovic picks it up, waits for the zone to clear, throws it down the near wall into the near corner, all the way around to the far side where Makasenko's going to pick it up. Makasenko ahead to Mrazek. Mrazek throws it in behind. Saltrik goes and battles back there. Little Flyers are going to come out of there with it. Zivkovic stepped up, tried to hold, did. Saltrik picks it up. She's got some angle. Saltrik shoots, missed through the goal mouth to the far side where Dahl picks it up. Dahl's in deep. Mrazek covering her high. Saltrik in front of the net. It's still loose. Still loose behind there. Makasenko comes out, shoots. Offside net. Makasenko again shoots. It's loose in front of the net. Little Flyers are going to clear it. And with 9:59 to go, it'll come all the way back to Dahl. Dahl to Zivkovic. Zivkovic below me. Sends it ahead, and Saltrik was offsides. So we got 9:49 to go. And Wu, Shannon, and Scarlatelli come out here with Vitodian and Blinka out back for this draw in front of our bench with 9:49 to go. Second period. Puck into the zone. Comes back out to the point where Blinka picks it up. Blinka tried to shoot, blocked by a Flyer. They send it lazily up the wall and out, and Blinka has to retreat. Blinka tries to push that play to the wall, does, holds her at the blue line, and I think we're going to get an offsides. So we will get a draw just outside the zone here as Wu's going to step in to take it. It dies on the dot. Little Flyers come out of there with it. They send it across to the far wall where Shannon's going to pick it up, send it ahead. Shannon can't get that one. Now Vitodian. It was Vitodian that sent it ahead. They both have long hair and start with a 9. I'll get it right eventually. Blinka up the far wall, too far for Shannon. Little Flyers are going to chase that back. D to D pass there. They come up through the center, and Shannon can't, and this time Shannon will get a stick on it. Shannon up the far wall. Shannon looking for a shot. Misses near side. Wu heads to the bench. Little Flyers up the near wall. They're going to get in behind Blinka. Blinka recovered, got a stick on it. Shannon throws it, but she was behind the red line. They wave off the icing as we get a wholesale change here. So we've got Kiesel and Schilling out back with Diamond, McVeigh, and Clawhardy up front. They're battling below me. You can't see it. And they continue to battle there. You can just see the tops of their heads as Diamond comes out of there with it, throws it into the zone. Kiesel keeps it in. There's still battle. Diamond loses it. Kiesel keeps it in again. Kiesel throws it. Now the Little Flyers pick it up, come back the other way. Schilling pushing this player into the corner. Looking for a center. It goes in behind the net. Kiesel cuts that off. Kiesel stops, turns, throws it up to, it's Diamond. Diamond too far. It's going to go down the near wall. They wave off the icing. Clawhardy tries to get there. Can't. Now Clawhardy picks it up. Clawhardy throws it in front. Can't get it across. Had McVeigh on the back door. Couldn't get it there. Schilling holds. Schilling down low to Clawhardy. Clawhardy tried to hit McVeigh coming to the net. She didn't have her stick down. Puck was there. She didn't have her stick down. Diamond battling along the wall. There's 4 of them there now as McVeigh joins the battle. It's out. McVeigh throws it into the center blindly. Nobody there, and the Little Flyers are going to recover this one and send it ahead where Kiesel steps in. Try to put it ahead to Clawhardy. Oh, did get it there. Clawhardy around another one. Clawhardy stops, turns, shoots. Goaltender with the quick glove again. Knocks it down with 7:14 to go. That goaltender has a quick glove. Clawhardy snapped it, but that goalie got it. I think we're going to have to shoot high on the blocker side on this goalie. That glove side's not going to work. Saltrik's going to take this draw with Mrazek and Makasenko. Zivkovic and Dahl. Saltrik's going to take this. We'll see what happens. We switch goalies, so Eves now is in the pipes. Eves in the pipes now. And Makasenko has it. Tried to center, couldn't. Flyers put it into the near wall here, where it bounces back into the near circle. They're going to come around Mrazek. Up the far wall. Dahl gets a stick in there and stops all progress on that. And they're going to whistle that as an offsides as Dahl did just enough to disturb the zone entry. And that created an offside situation. So we're going to go to the far circle in front of the Flyers bench. And we get this draw. Died on the dot again, and out of there with it comes Makasenka. Little Flyers pick it up, send it down the near wall. In behind the net where Dahl sends it back into the near corner. And we await the result. Little Flyers have it, send it back in further. It's in behind the net. Looks like Zivkovic's going to go battle in the corner. It's going to bounce around on the far side. Little Flyers are going to get there first. 6:30 to go second. Past everybody out to the far point. Shot from there. It went either off Eves or off the pipe. I couldn't see which one it was. Into the near corner where they're still battling for it. Couldn't tell you what's happening. Little Flyers come out behind Eves with it. They're going to go out to the far point. Going to get a shot from the far point, bouncing, knocked down by Zivkovic. Zivkovic shoots it slowly over and out at the far point. Now they come back D to D with it. They send it ahead. Cut off by Solitric. Makasenka stepped in. Mrazek can't get it ahead. Zivkovic turns. They poke it by her. Now they poke it by Dahl. And Eves with a big save. They beat both Zivkovic and Dahl on that play. And Eves made a big save. And Makasenka hurries to get back into this play. None of her team's with her, though, as they were changing. And that goes in dangerously on the Flyers' net. Now we've got Stevens out here with Wu and Shannon. They're coming up the near wall. Eves is going to stop that one, leave it for Vitodian. Flyers are in a change if we hurry. Shannon with the backhand tried to hit Stevens. It was far too far, and it goes into the far corner where it's going to be an icing, which I'm not sure I agree with that call, but nonetheless, that's what they called. So it's an icing. So we're going to come back down here. Same players. 17-11. The shots are starting to even up a little bit. Wu's going to take this draw. It's going to go on net. And they miss to the far side. It bounces around behind the net. And here comes back the other way. Wu playing with it. She loses it. Shannon picks it up. She loses it. They bounce it back the other way. Stevens cuts it off. Stevens loses it. It comes back to center. Shannon across for Vitodian. Vitodian in. Vitodian with room. Vitodian shoots. You are not going to beat that glove. As she gets the glove up and stops another one. You are not going to beat that glove. The glove is far too fast for that. So we're going to come back to that same circle. McVeigh, Clawherty, Diamond with Schilling and Kiesel out back. And it's in behind the net now. Comes up the near wall. Little Flyers have it there. They go all the way across. It's going to be too far. Kiesel's going to get there. Kiesel's going to whack it off the boards to Diamond. Diamond with Clawherty breaking, puts it behind her. Clawherty's going to have to hurry up. She gets there. Can't do anything with it as she's bodied into the wall. Now there's two Flyers there. They're going to fight for it, and they take it away from her behind the net. Diamond. Flyers up the near wall. And this time it's going to come to Kiesel. Kiesel to Clawherty. And she scared Malia with that one. Clawherty drops it back to Kiesel. Kiesel sends it in deep. And they're not going to go chase it. They're going to let the Flyers have it. Flyers send it ahead. Diamond stops that one on the wall. Schilling picks it up, sends it in around behind the net where Clawherty has time and room. Clawherty behind the net for McVeigh off her skate to a Flyer. And here they come back the other way. Oh, no. Diamond cut that off on its way out of the zone. Schilling can't hold it. Clawherty picks it up, has to wait. No, it is clear. She sends it in. Flyers send it back out. McVeigh tried to send it in. Flyers send it back. And that's going to be an icing. So with 3 clock still running unexplainedly. Oh, no, they fixed it. 3:32. So 3:32, Solitric, Mrazek, Makasenka, Zivkovic, and Dahl out back. Eves in the pipes. Mrazek got a shot off miss to the far side. Puck up the far wall. Zivkovic's going to hold it. Throws it in deeper, too deep for Mrazek. Makasenka has it behind the net, centered it blindly. Nobody there. And, Makasenka comes out, picks it off. Still sends it across, too far for Mrazek. Mrazek goes into the corner with it. She comes out of there with it, tried to center, nobody there. Pushes it out, Dahl. Dahl backhands, can't get it in too deep. And now she falls down, puck's under her butt. Flyers come out of there with it. And Makasenka kicked it back into the zone, at least momentarily, as it bounces up the wall. They chip it by Zivkovic. Oh, she's wide open in front of the net, but Eves is going to get it, leave it for Dahl. She sends it up the far wall. It's on this side where nobody could see it. Shot from there, never got it off. Now it's in behind the net, where Dahl's going to pick it up. Dahl ahead for Mrazek. Mrazek couldn't do anything with it. And now Dahl's going to pick it up and take it herself. Dahl ahead for Solitrik. Solitrik never saw it coming. And this one goes in behind the net now, where Solitrik is battling. She falls down. Makasenka stops it. Out to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli, Vitodian can't get there. And it's back to neutral. Vitodian dumps it. And they're going to call offsides. Makasenka hadn't gotten out. So here comes Shannon and Wu with Scarlatelli. We've got Vitodian and Blinka on the back end, and they're playing a little Quiet Riot, and the YouTube copyright people love to ding me on this one. So got to talk to you through the break as Wu takes this draw. Wu pushes it along the blue line. She whacks it in deeper, and the Flyers skate around Stripes. Now it's in Stripes' feet. Shannon benefits from that. She backhands it in front. Scarlatelli battling for it, can't. And now they turn it again. Comes out the far point. It's a foot race. Blinka should have the advantage here. She does. Sends it all the way around to the near wall, where it's Flyers. Flyers are going to pick it up there. I can't see it, but they have it. They send it back into the center of the zone. They dance around Blinka. Vitodian pushes that into the near corner, where nobody could see it. Out to the near point. We're going to get a shot from there, knocked down by Wu. Wu's going to skate out of there with it. She's got Shannon on the far wing. She doesn't see her. Or she can't get it there. She tried to shoot that one. It didn't go anywhere. Shannon stepped in. Scarlatelli stepped in. Shannon got nothing on that as it missed to the far side. And now it bounces up and out, up the wall, and that will be. I'm not sure why that wasn't an icing, quite frankly. As Vitodian tried to clear, couldn't. With 51 to go, she gets it up ahead to Claherty. Claherty across to Stevens. Stevens rips a shot. Goaltender gloves that one low along the ice with 44 to go. And Zivkovic's on this ref about something. Not sure what. 44 to go. Stevens, Diamond, and Claherty. So maybe we're seeing the beginning of some line changing here. Stevens is out here with Claherty and Diamond. Diamond's going to take this draw. Diamond over to Stevens. Stevens tried to put it to Claherty, tipped out to Kiesel. Kiesel holds, sends it in deep. Stevens there. Stevens through the goal mouth, nobody there. Schilling hustles, can't hold it. Schilling stops, turns, comes up. They're battling below me. Schilling pokes it ahead to Stevens. Back to Schilling. Out loose into the center. Diamond's got to get there. She does. Diamond with 22 to go, dumps it deep. She's going to go in. The Flyers are going to get in behind the net. Diamond's going to go pick it out. Stevens can't get a stick on it. Goes around to the far side. Kiesel cheats in. Be careful, Grace, as Claherty covers her high. Stevens battling behind the net. Little Flyers come out of there with it. They send it in through the goal mouth. Kiesel can't get a stick on it. Claherty holds it. She's holding up high for Kiesel. 2 seconds, 1. We've now played 2. We've still accomplished nothing. I'll be back for 3. All right, they're coming out for 3. And it looks like it's going to be Mrazek, Makasenko, and Solotrik with Dahl and Zivkovic on the back end. Selects are out first. Eves in the pipes to my left. Coming out for number 3. We've accomplished nothing. 19 shots for the Selects, 11 shots for the Little Flyers. Zippy heading into the third here. 16 minutes to go. And Soltrick's going to take this one. And it goes back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic too hard for Dahl. Dahl retreats. Takes it all the way behind the net. Loses it there as she falls down. And now the Little Flyers are going to pick it up. They're coming out with some jump in their step here. We'll see. They skate around Zivkovic. Center. Mrazek can't get a stick on it. Loose in front. Eves did not know where that was. Thankfully, it hit something and missed. Loose in between the circles. They shoot. Dahl blocks that one. Here comes Makasenko, finally getting the heat out of a hot kitchen as Makasenko comes up the far wall. Girl steps in front of her, Mrazek. Mrazek gets knocked down. You can see the speed of this up. Looks like we're going to get a call here as Mrazek got knocked down. Looks like we're getting a penalty on a Flyer. So I see Stevens, I see Scarlatelli, and I see Shannon coming out here for this Selects power play with 15:20 to go in this third period. Vitodian and Blinka out back. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate the comment. Shannon's going to step in for this draw. Stevens over on the board. Scarlatelli in on the tight side. Stevens is open over there. Tons of traffic. They get it to her. Stevens with a shot. Goaltender knocked that down with her glove. Goaltender's getting a little cocky. She's starting to wave her head up and down after the shots. This puck's loose. Stevens wants it in the center. They can't get it to her. She's still there. Vitodian goes low. Scarlatelli muffs a shot. Shannon backhands it. It goes in behind the net. Goes over to the far wall. Comes out to the far point where Blinka holds it. Blinka throws it in front. Still loose there. Shannon's got work to do. Shannon backhands it below to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli had Stevens, didn't give it to her. Scarlatelli out to Blinka. Blinka far point down to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli skates across with it. Comes in between the circles out to Vitodian. Vitodian needs to send it. She did. It didn't get through. Into the near wall. They're going to have to retreat now as this Flyers player is going to bring it up the near wall. She steps into Vitodian. Stevens comes back the other way with it. Here comes Stevens. Stevens looking for a centering pass. Hits Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli just misses the top left corner. They're starting to go on the blocker side. Stevens in behind the net now. Stevens out to Blinka. Blinka from the far point. Not blocked by a Flyer. Blinka picks it up again. Send it, Aubrey. Aubrey sends it. It's loose in front, and that Flyers goalie picks it up with her glove, and Scarlatelli's getting pushed. So we had a couple of opportunities there on the first minute and 6 of that power play as we're going to get McVeigh, Claherty, and Diamond come out here now with Schilling and Kiesel. So we'll see what this group can do as McVeigh takes a face-off into Diamond. She backhands it on the net. Flyers goalie covers it up. 20 seconds to go. Same players, same circle. Different time on the clock, and they seem to have turned the audio in the arena up here too for this third period. God only knows why, because it's the worst speaker I've ever heard. You can barely make out what it's saying. Schilling. Far point Schilling down low to McVeigh. McVeigh back to Schilling. Schilling back to McVeigh. McVeigh tried to center. There was nobody there. Got blocked back to her. McVeigh low to Claherty. Claherty along the end line. Claherty in the middle. Missed it. Diamond didn't have a stick down. Junior Flyer player out of the box. Picks it up. Sends it ahead. One-on-one. Kiesel makes a nice play. Sends it back the other way. Defense runs in that bloodline clearly. Up the far wall. That one cut off by McVeigh. McVeigh in center to Diamond. Diamond, heavy traffic, shoot, blocker save. Can't get there for the rebound. Comes out. Loose, far point, Schilling. Schilling gets knocked down. Diamond can't get there. Little Flyers are going to get there first and send it back the other way. Kiesel. Kiesel picks it up, sends it back. That's going to be an offsides as Diamond hadn't quite cleared. So we'll see if they're going to come to the near dot or come back here to the far dot. I would have thought it would have been back here to my left, but they're going to take it to the right, so we will take it. So this time it's going to be Soltrick pushing it all the way across the line to Mrazek. Too far, and the Little Flyers are going to come up that wall. Mrazek stops, turns her the other way, and we're going to get an offsides call. Stripes was not even in the same zip code as that line, so not sure how he saw it, but Nonetheless, he thought he saw an offside, so that's what he called. So we're going to go to the dot in front of our bench. 13:02. Saltrick's going to step in and take this draw. Sends it across. Makasenka can't keep a stick on it. And now it's going to be Dull battling below me. They knock it in. Saltrick battles hard on that wall. They send it all the way around. Dull looking up. Tries to get it up. Oh, it's too far for Makasenka. She's going to have to hurry. Really bad angle here. She stops. She turns. Makasenka top left corner from a terrible angle. And it's 1-0 Selects. Makasenka was damn near on the goal line and found the top left corner of that net. And it's 1-0 on a goal by Kylie. I don't know how that found it. She was damn near on the goal line and knocked it in from the goal line. Wu with that face-off. Stevens gets knocked down. Stevens gets back up. She sends it ahead too far. Scarlatelli's going to have to go chase it into the far corner. Wu. We'll see if that changes the energy of this game any as Wu steps in. Scarlatelli comes out of there with it, drops it below the goal line. Wu lost a step, couldn't get there. Here come the Little Flyers. They send it ahead. Vitodian retreats. Below me, up the near wall. Vitodian stops, holds that player. Stevens gets a stick in there. Now Vitodian stops. They send it off the side of the net. Eves makes sure it went around the back. Up ahead, Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli puts it across to Stevens. Stevens dumps it up the wall for Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli turns, can't get there. Stevens picks it up. Bouncing puck through the goal mouth as Wu was in there disturbing traffic, but couldn't do anything with it. Now in behind, Stevens directs it around the back. Little Flyers pick it up with 11:40 to go. Wu cut that off. Stevens picks it up. Stevens misses just high over that top left corner. Little Flyers come up now. Here they come back through center. Vitodian directs that player to the corner. They skate in behind the net now. Vitodian puts a shoulder into her and separates her from the puck. Up the far wall. Wu steps out and gets a stick in there. Wu comes out of there with it, chips it ahead. Wu's got Scarlatelli breaking. She can't get it up to her. They can't get it out. Now Wu will get it out. Little Flyers battle in front of the net. There comes Scarlatelli with Stevens. Scarlatelli gains the red line, dumps, didn't get it very far. You need to hurry on this change, girls. Kiesel comes across quick. Kiesel gets there and chips it ahead to let the change finish. As this puck comes back, Kiesel sends it ahead again. Heavy traffic. McVeigh can't hold it. Now McVeigh comes down the near wall with it. McVeigh still dancing with it. Shoots. You're not going to beat that side of that goalie with that shot. That glove is just too fast. And with 10:48 to go, we're going to get a draw in this near circle. McVeigh, Claherty, I'm assuming diamonds along the wall. Schilling and Kiesel. It comes back to Kiesel. Kiesel sends it low past everybody into the far corner where they push it past Claherty. That time McVeigh stepped in and held it. Claherty loses her stick. McVeigh steps in again. This time it's going to be Schilling. Stop, turn, spin on the point. Past Claherty in behind the net with 10:28 to go. In the corner. Up the wall. I'm waiting for it too. Kiesel cut that off. Grace Kiesel stops, turns, dances around one player up the far wall. Kiesel with an angle. Kiesel shoots. Goaltender covers that one up. 10:13. We're going to go wholesale change here. See Salatrick, Makasenka, and Mrazek coming out here with Zivkovic and Dull. So we will see what we can do here with this group. This is the group that got the first goal. Salatrick, it died on the dot again. And in behind the net. Little Flyers into the corner. Mrazek applies pressure. We await the result. Comes out of there. Salatrick chasing behind the net. Comes around to the near wall. Zivkovic steps up, knocks it lower. Makasenka back there. Battling. They chip it past Mrazek. Up the far wall. Zivkovic's going to have to retreat. Cross ice pass. Dahl got a stick in there. Little Flyers pick it up, send it in behind the net where Zivkovic's going to pick it up, come up the near wall, but not out. Saltrick chips it. She can't get it out. This time she re-chips it again. This time it does come out. Mrazek can't get a stick on it. Flyers come back the other way below me. Here they come with numbers. Zivkovic turned the wrong way. They come around her. Over to the far circle. Off the side of the net. I don't know if it hit Eves or the side of the net. Either way, it went behind. Up ahead to Mrazek. Mrazek can't get it out. This time she does. They stop. They turn. Mrazek picks it up again. Ahead to Salatrick. Saltrick dumps it across for Dull. Dull near wall. Dull sends it ahead. It came off of Makasenka. And here come the Flyers back the other way. As Wu's struggling to get over the boards. Puck loose in front of the net. Wu could not get over the boards. Lucky we didn't get called there. It took her 15 seconds to get over the boards. As Vitodian pushes the puck up the wall. Now the little Flyers come back the other way. Dull and Scarlatelli covering back. Wu back out there again. As Eves fumbled around with it but sent it to Vitodian. And here it comes. I don't know if Wu jumped early and had to get back off or what, but it's now Scarlatelli, Wu, and Shannon out here with Blinka and Vitodian back. As the Flyers come up, Blinka's going to push that player to the corner. They recovered, centered, knocked out of there by Vitodian, and all the way out. 8:22 to go. They send it up the far wall, in behind. Vitodian. Up the near wall. Not out. In behind. Vitodian picks it up again. Up the wall to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli loses it. There's a dog barking. Something you don't hear every day in a rink. High slot. Near circle. Shot blocked. Rebound. Blocked. It's loose. Eves is diving. It's still loose. They're all on top of it at this point. You got to whistle it as Vitodian gets knocked off the pile and hit her head on the ice. See if she's okay. Eves is putting all of her equipment back on. Kiesel comes over to check on her. So we've got Kiesel and Schilling, Claherty, Diamond, and McVeigh. As Eves is still regrouping with 7:43 to go, near circle. Face off there, little Flyers come out with it near point. Far point. Shot. Eves knocked that down. It's loose. It's loose between the pipe, the top of the zone rather. Now it's loose near circle. And this time they poke it out. Comes all the way back. Diamond gets a stick on it. McVeigh does. Has to wait for the zone to clear. It does. Diamond. Back to Claherty. Claherty gave up on it. McVeigh didn't chase it. I can't see it either. It's loose. It's loose low. Diamond puts it in front for Claherty. Claherty spinning, turning, can't get anything on it. And here they come the other way. McVeigh gets back, separates that player from the puck. They leave it for McVeigh. Schilling does. She got it out, poked it ahead, but not much more than that as they're going to throw it in deeper. Now Kiesel picks it up. Kiesel chips it ahead and out. Here comes Claherty. Tries the Claherty toe drag, didn't work. Here come the Flyers the other way. Flyers gain the zone, far wall. Claherty's been out there a long time, needs to get off into the near corner. Saltrick and Makasenka are out there. We need to get Claherty out for Mrazek. They're battling along the far wall. They send it up, but not out. This time Dahl has it. Dahl will bank it out and up. Mrazek finally gets on. Makasenka fanned on that shot. Out to the point. Zivkovic across to Dahl. Dahl waits for the zone to clear, sends it in deep. But they're going to call an offsides with 5:44 to go. I could use a glass of water, but I don't have one, so we'll see. We'll get to the end here. Saltrick's going to step in and take this one. Little Flyers are going to come out of there with it. They're going to regroup at the red line. Mrazek applies pressure. Back to neutral, Mrazek. Mrazek ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka dancing with it. Around one player. She gets an angle. Makasenka and that goalie with that glove is no match for that shot. 5:23. I hear Dahl cheering for Stevens as she comes out. We got Stevens, Wu, and Shannon coming out here with Blanca and Vitodian. Stevens on the far side. Over to her. She shoots, hits the goalie right in the chest. Goes in behind the net. Up the near wall now. We'll see what happens. We'll wait the result. And they must have pushed it back in because the momentum of play is moving the other way. And it's coming back up the wall. Now it comes through the center where Wu cuts it off. Couldn't cut it off again, and here come the Flyers. Shannon gets a stick in there and takes that away. Gains the red line and dumps it. Stevens going to go chase it behind the net. Can't come up with it. Here comes up the near wall. They throw it in deeper. Around to the far side, where it's going to go up the far wall. Stevens steps in. They chip it by her. Shannon holds it, at least momentarily. And now it's out. Up ahead now. Stevens can't get a stick on that one. And here come the little Flyers up the far wall. 4:30 to go. Into the center. Shoot. High over Eves. It's loose behind. Off the side of the net. Eves. Eves can't get equipment on it as they continue to fall down there. Vitodian's down. Now Stevens picks it up. She can't get it out. Wu backhands it out. Up ahead. Stevens has it on the near wall. I can't see it. She threw it in front of the net. There was nobody there. She's going to go for a change after a long shift. She tries to get a stick on it. Can't. Solitrick. Oh, Solitrick had it taken away at the red line. Here comes a Flyer. Around Kiesel. Shoots. High over Eves. That was dangerous. That's loose on the far wall. Mrazek battling. 3:49 to go. It's loose. Comes into center. Kiesel. Kiesel calmly chips it out. They send it back in. Schilling sends it across. And on the ricochet, that will come out. Makasenka can't get a stick on it. Kiesel battling again. Kiesel knocks a girl down. With a little bit of a cross-check there that went uncalled. Solitrick just got hit in the head with a stick. Not called. And here come the Flyers up the far wall. Solitrick applying pressure. Schilling, loose in front. It's going to drift all the way out. They're going to have to wait with 3:11. They send it ahead. Schilling gets a stick on it. Schilling sends it back out to Mrazek. Mrazek off stripes. Yeah, they send it in deeper now behind Eves, and Kiesel's going to get there. We'll see what Kiesel decides to do with it. Kiesel up the near wall. Still skating. Gets the red line, tries to dump, can't. They continue to battle. It drifts through neutral now. You see Clawhardy stepping over. She can't get a stick on it. She slowed the player down, but can't get a stick on it, and there it comes the other way. So we got Solitrick, Clawhardy, and Makasenka out here now. Kiesel pushes it over to Schilling. Schilling back to Kiesel. Kiesel near corner. Kiesel tries to get it up to Clawhardy. Wrong angle as Clawhardy was turning. And this puck comes back to center. Here come the Flyers. Kiesel pushes that player to the corner. Solitrick sends it around. Dull up the wall. That's loose for Clawhardy. Here she comes up the far wall. She chips it. She's getting pushed off of it. She loses it. They send it back out where McVeigh sends it in, but Clawhardy was woefully offsides. And we're going to get a stoppage with 2:02. McVeigh, Clawhardy, and Diamond, Dahl, and Zivkovic. And they're whistling the rest of the Flyers to come off the bench. As McVeigh's going to take this draw. Flyers win again. Back to their D. Drops all the way behind their goalie. Reverses directions on McVeigh. Sends it out. Clawhardy just tripped. Bad penalty by Malia there. She was beaten. She stuck her stick out and pulled the girl's skates out. And that's a bad penalty. So now we're going to come all the way down here for this face-off with 1:47 to go. And we're going to be short for the next 90 seconds. So bad trip there. So out's going to come Stevens and Shannon, Dahl and Zivkovic to kill this penalty. We're going to go to the far circle. 1:47 to go. 90 seconds of power play time. Stevens is going to take this draw. Out to the far point, over to the near point. Shot. Eves with a rebound. Stevens is going to clean that up hard off the glass, and we will gladly take that icing. Oh, no, it died. No icing. It died. The ice is so bad it died before it got there. They've now pulled the goalie, so it's 6-on-4. So we're going to need some good defensive play here. as they shoot. Stevens. Oh, Stevens can't get it out. It's loose in front. Eves with the cover. And Stevens is pushing him off. And we're at 1:20. I'll fix the clock. I didn't start the clock that time. So we're at 1:20 as Stevens is pushing him off Eves. She might have got away with one there. Minute 20, 6-on-4, empty net. And looks like the Flyers are going to call a timeout. So I will mute it out to avoid the problems with the YouTube music and be back when they play. All right, they're going to whistle them out here. Stevens and Shannon are going to stay out here with Dull and Zivkovic to kill the rest of this off. Minute 4 in the penalty, a minute 20 in the game. The pipes to my right are empty, 6-on-4. Icing's as good as an empty netter here, quite frankly. We'll see what they can do. Stevens is going to take this draw. Dies on the feet of the goalie, or the stripes, rather. Stevens cuts it. Stevens throws it. And that's got enough mustard on it to be an icing. So that'll kill 10 seconds, and they'll come back and do it again. Have to imagine the short, slow clears are as good as anything right now because we're taking 10 to 15 seconds off at a time. So we'll take it. They're playing some Rocky music. I guess that's near and dear to their heart here in Philly as Stevens sends it to the point. Zivkovic battling it, comes out to the far point. Shot, gets all the way through, misses to the near side. Shannon needs to throw it with authority. She does, gets it out. They regroup at the red line. They pick it up there. Stevens needs to hustle back. She does. She needs to stop. She cut that one off. Comes loose in front. Dull, hard around Dylan Dull. And hard, but it doesn't get out. Stevens steps up, can't block it. It's loose in front. High slot. Still loose. Shannon with a tip block. Eves dives and gets a piece of equipment on that one with 38.3 in the arena clock. And I see some new players. So Vitodian and Blinka are going to come, but they're going to leave Shannon and Stevens. Actually, they're going to pull. No, they're going to leave them. So Shannon and Stevens are going to stay. 38 to go, 22 on the penalty. Stevens again for a big draw. Flyers win it back, near point. Shoot, high, miss far side. Far wall. Shannon steps in, player skates around her. They're calling for it in front. It comes through, back out to the high point. Vitodian blocks it. Vitodian cannot get it out. Loose there, Stevens blocks it. They can't get it out. Back to the near point. Stevens steps up again with a big block. Now Clawherty has it. Empty net. Clawherty skating. Clawherty bangs the insurance goal home. And with 8 seconds to go, your Steel City Selects are up 2-1. Big block shots from Vitodian and Stevens there on that penalty kill. Set that puck on the doorstep for Clawherty to take it. Clock operator ran the clock a little longer, so they're showing 6 here. Gutsy block shots there at the end of that penalty kill. Those don't show up on the score sheet, but those were huge as McVeigh drops it back. Started with Vitodian. Solitrick sends it to the wall, 3-2-1, and they're going to win. We come into Philly and take the first one, 2-0 from the Little Flyers. I'll mute it out. I'll bring you the handshake. We'll get over the YouTube delay, and then we'll hopefully see you in the morning for the Junior Flyers for 2. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.